Hola chicos, today we have our second lesson on ser and estar. Hopefully the last lesson that we did made a whole lot of sense to you. If it didn't, please remember to send me either an email or it would be even better if you ask questions in the discussion board for the page that we're currently working on. That way, if you have questions that everybody else has, they can see the answers as well. Today we're going to go into a little more depth with ser and estar. Last time we discussed when you use ser with an adjective, when you use estar with an adjective. Today we're going to talk a little bit about adjectives that can be used with both verbs. Remember that the easiest way to identify whether a verb is used with estar is if you can replace to be with to feel or to seem or to look. So I am tired, I feel tired, I look tired, I seem tired, but if I take a nap, I will no longer be tired. That is why we would say, yo estoy cansada. With ser, it's all part of your identity, and it's what makes you unique and different from everybody else. So if you can say that you are that type of a person, or it's that type of a table, or it's that type of a class, then you are comparing it to something outside of itself, and that means you need to use ser. So I would say, I am an intelligent person. I am an active person. I am a curious person. Those are all attributes that make me unique and different from everybody else. So, yo soy inteligente, yo soy curiosa, yo soy activa. We do have adjectives that you can use with both ser and estar. And what I've done is I've created a Google Doc that we're going to be sharing with the entire class. What I want you to do is I want everybody to review the adjectives that you already have in your notebook. And then I want you to pick 5 adjectives that are meaningful for you. If you want to get on the internet and look up specific adjectives that you know in English but not in Spanish, please go ahead and do so. I'd like every single student to add 5 adjectives to this list. You will put the adjective in Spanish in the middle, and then you will indicate what it means on the side. If it's an adjective that's only used with ser, then you would indicate what it means with ser, but you would put a no for estar. If it's an adjective that works with both, you need to indicate the different meanings between both sides. Remember that this continues to follow the pattern. So if we look at the adjective verde, with ser, it's part of your identity. So you go back to the meaning of the noun, which is the color green. So, es una fruta verde. It's a green fruit, and it will always be green. So it's something like an avocado. Es un sofá verde. It's a couch that's green. That's different from couches that are other colors. With estar, we're not worried about things outside of the item. We're just focusing on the item itself. So it actually means unripe in English. Because basically, if you have a fruit that's born on a tree, or that's growing on a tree, it's going to start off being green, and then as it ripens, it changes color. So when you say something está verde, you're saying that it's in a state of not being ripe. I have included a bunch of adjectives, starting with aburrido and going all the way down to seguro, and those are adjectives that are used with both ser and estar. So you guys need to figure out what they mean when you use them with ser and what they mean when you use them with estar. And I want you to understand the concept of the 2 different verbs so that you're not just relying on memorization, you're relying on understanding the concept behind the use of the adjective. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. After you have added 5 adjectives to this list, I want you to wait until everybody has contributed to the list. And then I would like you to go through it and pick out 20 adjectives that are meaningful to you and create a new list handwritten in your notebook. Those would be the adjectives that I expect you to use repeatedly over the next few days. Anyway, I hope this all makes sense. If you guys have questions, please let me know. I would like to ask you guys that when you're using the internet to learn words in Spanish, that you do it at a word level. So when you guys are writing to me, I want it to be 100% your writing. If there's a word you want to use, look it up. But please do not look up complete phrases. Please do not look up combinations of words. Please pay attention to my emails before you answer them so that you can see what I use for a salutation and for a goodbye, and model your answers off of my questions. I am going to be working to put together a couple of Zoom meetings coming up that will be voluntary since we're all in different time zones, but there'll be more on that to come soon. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing really well, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye. Oh, I forgot how to stop this thing. Oh, that was interesting. hope I didn't lose it. Oh, very